or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today, we do need to have a little bit of a chat. And I kind of wish we didn't, but we do. We need to have a chat about Journey Together. And I told you that Journey Together was going to be a big set, and this wasn't some weird clairvoyant prediction. We knew Journey Together was going to be a very big set because Battle Partners over in Japan is a very big set. I've made this comparison several times on my channel, and I mean it very sincerely. We've not seen a set like this since Eevee Heroes. The last time we had a set that was this hard to get hold of, that was this awkward to pre-order in Japan, it was Eevee Heroes. And it stands to reason, therefore, that Journey Together is going to be the most sought after, popular, hard to get, most selling out, phrase or how you will set since Evolving Skies, which of course was our equivalent, or, you know, was a couple of sets together, but it included Eevee Heroes over here. So same kind of thing. And this set snuck up on a lot of people. Like when the set went up for pre-order in Japan, we all went, oh, okay. But in the run-up to the set, on the reveal of the set, I wasn't hearing anybody saying, this is going to be the biggest set that we've had in 4 years. This is going to sell out absolutely everywhere and be ridiculous. I was hearing people were hyped, but not to this level. Since it went up for pre-order, it's been pretty obvious. Over in Japan, the N and Lily's file sets are basically gone and you're not getting them back. The special deck building set is also gone, and all the signs are that the pre-orders for that are also not coming back. This is a set which is getting awkward. But we've got stuff like Iono's Bellibolt Special Illustration Rare, and Iono's Killer Wattrel Illustration Rare, and my boy Wailord, which is not going to be anywhere near as sought after. I might buy a whole binder page of these. I love this card that much. If this is like a free 400 yen card like I'm expecting, I'm buying a whole binder page of this, and I don't care. But my point is, it is a hype set, and it should be. And this did go up for pre-order over on the Pokémon Center, and to put it simply, it didn't last very long. Now, I didn't track it minute by minute, but what I'm hearing is around about an hour. Now, as always, when I say around about an hour, I don't mean you got in an hour and you're good. I mean there were an awful lot of people that were having awkward issues, who were trying to get in but couldn't, who were seeing crashes and all of that. And then it sold out. I've got messages from a bunch of people basically saying they tried to pick it up and it didn't work, which is a shame, frankly. But as we look over on the Pokemon Center right now, it is showing that the Elite Trainer Box, the booster bundles, the booster box, and the sleeve boosters are all sold out. Now, the booster box being sold out makes sense. We'll talk about that in a minute. The Elite Trainer Boxes always sell out super quickly because they've got the promo. We'll talk about that in a minute. But the sleeve boosters and the booster bundle, this is a little bit interesting to me. Because general rule here is, over on the Pokemon Center for non-special sets, this stuff does tend to stay in stock a little bit better. Well, it hasn't stayed in stock here. The entire set went and sold out super quickly. If I go and search for Journey Together on the US site, it's a little bit weird. The Elite Trainer Box and the Booster Box, the ones with promos, don't even show up at all. It's just the Booster Bundle and the Sleeve Boosters that do. They're showing as sold out. Now, this is very important. I do not work for Pokemon. I do not have any insider information. I cannot tell you what Pokemon will do. However, I can tell you that Pokemon have a real habit of restocking stuff on the Pokemon Center. Like, even if you knew nothing about Pokemon and their business practices, the idea that they would put a set up for pre-order 2 months before release, 2.5 months before release, and then it would sell out and they would never restock it, that's silly. Like, the idea of that is ridiculous. Well, we're not operating in a vacuum here. We've seen Pokemon do this. I am not saying that March the 28th is going to see a big reprint, a restock of Journey Together. And I'm not saying it's going to restock between now and then. But I'm saying Pokemon have a habit of doing this, so I would be looking at the Pokemon Center. And as I've told you guys before, I will, over on my Twitter, at the Wassy, make sure you're following if you're not already. When we have information, I will send it out. If it goes up on there, I'm not going to go and make a video. Well, I mean, probably will. But I'm not going to just make a video. I will tweet out that it's in stock before I make a video. Because the fact is, sets don't sell out this fast. Like Terastal Festival, the new set, special set, that didn't sell out as fast on the Pokemon Center. Now, I'm not saying it didn't sell out. It did. And I'm not saying it didn't sell out fast. It did. I absolutely am saying that it didn't sell out as fast. Because it didn't. It was a very popular set that sold out pretty quickly, but not to the level of this. And over on the Pokemon Center, it is going to get a little bit awkward. The Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes are going to be probably the worst product to try and pick up, because they are only available on the Pokemon Center. Now, I will say I'm very lucky I did get my pre-order in for that, but from everything I'm seeing from everybody else, I did just get lucky. It also helps that we kind of knew, we'd seen listings on Best Buy that gave the game away that the set reveal was coming on the day it came down, and the pre-orders always go up on the Pokemon Center when that happens, so following things as closely as I do probably helped me out. And then I told you guys about it, and I know a lot of people did get their pre-orders in, but I know a lot of people didn't get their pre-orders in, and that is unfortunately a bit of an issue. I do think they're coming back. And the thing is, you know, in terms of this set, in terms of the Elite Trainer box, we got the Enzorua promo. And the regular Elite Trainer box will have this promo in, and that should be a lot more readily available. But you do have the Pokemon Center stamped Elite Trainer box promo, which only comes into Pokemon Center exclusive, and that is going to be a bit of an issue. In terms of the booster box, we know we're getting an Enzreshiram promo, and this is where it gets interesting. Some people have said that it's coming in every booster box. It's not. There are two different SKUs. We've got the regular and then the enhanced that come with the promo card. We know that the version on the Pokemon Center comes with the promo, but it seems to be different for different countries. In the US, it seems like it might be the case that they all come with it. In Europe, it seems like Play Pokemon stores are getting the version with a promo, but other stores aren't. In the UK, I'm hearing from some of my friends that run shops that they're not getting the version with a promo, so there is a chance that the version with a promo is only available in the UK on the Pokemon Center. That is not confirmed, but there is, like I say, I've spoken to friends who run shops who haven't been offered the enhanced one, so there is reason to believe that that might be true. Which means that when the booster box gets restocked, it's going to be nuts. The Elite Trainer box, the Pokemon Center exclusive, is always going to be nuts when it goes back up for pre-order, and at least in some territories, the booster box is as well, because it's got an exclusive promo, and that always makes people a little bit more excited. And unfortunately, this is having a knock-on effect. Over on eBay, things are just getting absolutely dumb. If you look at Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer boxes for Journey Together, it's just absolutely ridiculous. And now I've said this before, but let me say it again. Wait for a restock. If you're going to pay ridiculous prices, at least wait until there is a restock. You know, here are the last couple solds over on eBay, $185 and $174. What? That's absurd. That's absolutely absurd. Bearing in mind the retail price for the Journey Together Elite Trainer box over in the US, at least, the Pokemon Center version is $60. This is treble retail. This is $120, well, $125 or $115, depending which one you're looking at. It says average it to $120. That's $120 above retail. That's clearly absolutely absurd. But these are sold listings. People are paying these. And there is going to come a point where they are sold out on the Pokemon Center. There is going to come a point where they're done. Where the only way to get these is going to be to pay the ridiculous reseller prices. But I'm telling you right now, paying these prices when it's likely to have a restock coming down the line is just a bit silly, frankly. I certainly wouldn't recommend it. Also worth noting, I only pre-ordered one of these. I could have pre-ordered two. I don't want two, I want one. But unfortunately, it seems like a lot of people have pre-ordered two, and it seems like we know what they're doing with them. Obviously, there's plenty of people that pre-order two for themselves, or them and a mate and all of that. And that's my hope, personally, is that these products are getting into the hands of people that actually want them without having to pay the ridiculous reseller prices. Because that is what we're seeing here. It's not just that the set sold out quickly on the Pokémon Center, it's that the reseller prices are getting silly. This is a set, I showed you this from a large UK seller the other day, and they're just like, hey, booster boxes, 10 quid above retail. Why? Because they can. It is a set where this is going to keep happening. And we've had this argument a lot over the years, and I know that some stores will need to raise their prices a little bit to cover increased prices from their distributors, or because their allocation is being cut or something along those lines. But we also know that some sellers are just going to take advantage, and the big online sellers that do a lot of volume from a lot of games, I do think it is like they're maybe taking advantage a little bit. Certainly seems like it. And the thing for me is always, these stores, they always show you the retail price until they charge above it, and then they don't show you the retail price, which is always a dead giveaway that they're charging above retail. The set's not even out for 2 months, and the larger online retailers are already starting to sell above retail. This is a set which is selling out quickly. I'm not sure I have a great answer for you, other than my usual advice of make friends with your local game store. Because seriously, they will hook you up with these kind of sets if you support them all year round with everything. But the fact of the matter is, I've been telling you guys this, for the Japanese set for a month or two now. People were really underestimating how big this set was going to be, and I think we're starting to see now quite how ridiculous it's getting. So there we go. That's what you need to know. It's not great news, I'm afraid. I'm sorry about that. But it is the news, so now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about all of this. Tell me if you managed to get your pre-orders in. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus pods and all kind of fun things. And get shoutouts on the channel like the lovely Zarek Paris, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and is a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.